Hello friends, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the series which we have started for IBPS AFO mains exam. And as part of that series, today we are going to do memory based questions, that is of mains exam of 2017-18. That is, this exam was conducted is somewhere in Jan 2018, and this is lecture 34 in this series. Earlier we have done, memory based questions of phase 2 exam of IBPS AFO for 2019-20 and 2018-19. So today we are going to do for 2017-18. So friends, I have one more announcement. We at EduTap, we have launched courses for IBPS A4 2020-21, and as I have promised, we have launched the courses for IBPS A4 mains 2020-21, and you can find the links to the demo courses as well as payment links in the description box below. So you can go through that and avail the offer. So friends, here comes the first question, which says which of the following is a temperate crop? So of all the options, wheat was the correct answer. Wheat is a temperate crop whose botanical name is Triticum aestivum, family Gramineae, origin Southwest Asia. It's a long day plant, and CRI is the most critical irrigation stage, which is at 21 days after sowing, that is crown root initiation, and seed rate is 100 kg for normal sowing. Wheat requires cold and humid climate, hence it is a rabi crop. So friends, next comes is Totapuri variety of mango belongs to which state, and the correct answer is Karnataka. And Totapuri is a regular bearing variety. It is also known as Ginimuthi, Bangalore, Collector, Kalamai, Kilimuku, Gillimuku and Sandersha. And Totapuri is one of the main cultivars grown in India for mango pulp. Yes, and it has a very tangy flavor, and the tree is medium sized with greenish yellow fruits. This also is one. This is a Totapuri fruit after ripening. So friends, here comes the next question. Ratna variety of mango is a cross between, it's a cross between Alfonso and Neelam, and here it is cultivated by mostly the states of Karnataka and Maharashtra and is considered to be one of the high yielding varieties in mango. This is the Ratna variety mango fruit. So friends, here comes the next question, which says the capacity of high volume sprayer is, see, based on the amount of, amount or volume of the liquid that is dispensed. There are various three major types of sprayers, of which, one is high volume sprayer, which has a capacity of, spraying 400 liters per hectare. As you can see here, as I have mentioned, three types of sprayers based on the amount of, or the volume of spray, that liquid dispensed. Ultra low volume sprayer, less than 5 liters per hectare of spray liquid can be done. Low volume sprayer, 5 to 400 liters per hectare of spray liquid, and high volume sprayer, on which the question was asked, it is greater than 400 liters per hectare of spray liquid. So friends, here comes the next question. Rainfall in humid areas is, it's greater than 1000 mm annual rainfall. And here the crop regions are classified into four major types based on the average annual rainfall that is received by that particular area. If the annual average rainfall is less than 500 mm, then it can be classified as arid region, arid climatic region. If it's 500 to 750 mm, then it's semi-arid region. 750 to 1000 mm, then it's sub-arid region. And if it's more than 1000 mm, then it can be classified as a humid region. Here comes the next question, friends. The water use efficiency of drip irrigation is, it is as per the options provided, it was 95%, but it ranges between 90 to 95%. And for sprinkler, it is 60 to 80%, and for surface irrigation, that is 50 to 60%. And this drip irrigation system was invented by Simcha Blas of Israel, and I have already taken one class on this. Based on that, I have even taken you through how accidentally it was discovered, and that everything, that story also I have narrated. And here it's also called as a trickle irrigation, and it saves almost 50 to 70% water as compared to surface irrigation methods. And discharge rate of water per dripper is generally 1 to 4 liters per hour at a pressure of 2.5 kg per square centimeters. Next comes is, which of the following manures contain high calcium percentage? That is poultry manures and chicken manure, especially it is higher in calcium than sheep and cow manure due to the calcium content of eggshells. For this, the chicken manure, when eggshells are added to it, obviously the calcium percentage gets increased. So friends, next question, current fries breed of cattle, this is developed by NDRA Karnal, National Dairy Research Institute, it's in Karnal, Haryana. And current fries, was developed in India at the National Dairy Research Institute at Karnal. The breed was developed using crossing between Holstein Friesian and Tharparkar variety. And age of maturity is 22 months. Age of first calving is 34 months. Milk production as per the controlled conditions, it was 3585 kg with 4.1% milk fat. So friends, next comes is the highest SNF percentage can be observed in which milk. SNF is nothing but solid, not fat. It is whatever the fat is there other than fat, whatever the solids are there, that is considered as SNF. And yes, sheep has the highest SNF percentage. And as you can see, a cattle, it has almost 9.25 SNF, buffaloes 9.86, goat 7.75, sheep it's 11.39. Friends, next comes is integrated scheme for agriculture marketing, that is ISAM. This was launched in the year 2014 by amalgamating 6 schemes which were launched during 11th plan period, and they all were merged into one single integrated scheme on April 1st 2014. And the major objectives of this ISAM, that is integrated scheme for agriculture marketing, are promotion of agri marketing through creation of marketing and agribusiness infrastructure including storage, incentivize agri market reforms, provide market linkage to farmers, provide access to agri market information, support quality certification of agriculture commodities. And this ISAM, it has 5 major components, of which agriculture marketing infrastructure is very important one. And here this component has been created by merging rural go down scheme or Gramin Bhandaran Yojana and development or strengthening of agricultural marketing infrastructure, grading and standardization. So these two were amalgamated to form this, and this is one of the important component of ISAM, that is integrated scheme for agriculture marketing. And these are the other components of ISAM: marketing research and information network MRIN, and strengthening of AgMark grading facilities, and agribusiness development through venture capital assistance, project facility, development facility training, research and consultancy through Chaudhary Charan Singh National Institute of Agriculture Marketing NIAM, and developing agriculture market infrastructure. So these are various components as such of ISAM, but important one is agricultural marketing infrastructure. So friends, next comes is, which of the following is a micronutrient? So as per the options provided, the answer was iron. Iron is one of the micronutrients. What exactly is a micronutrient? The elements which are required by plants in concentrations less than 1 ppm are considered as micronutrients, and yes, iron is one of them. And other micronutrients include manganese, zinc, copper, boron, chlorine, molybdenum, nickel. These are the other micronutrients that are required by the plant in very small concentrations. Next comes is Central Avian Research Institute, that is CARI. This was established in 1979, and this is a research institute located at Izzat Nagar near Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh, India. and it studies poultry science including avian genetics, breeding, nutrition and feed technology, and avian physiology, reproduction for the betterment of Indian poultry industry. This is all for the, to add some value to our Indian poultry industry by working on genetics, breeding, its nutrition, how best it can, make it. Next comes is how much fund under PMKSY, that is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, has been approved for 2015-16 to 2019-20. For the entire period, a whopping amount of 50,000 crores was approved. And this PMKSY, that is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, it was formulated with the vision of extending the coverage of irrigation, that is Har Khet Ko Pani. This is what their motto was. Along with that, improving the water use efficiency, that is more crop per drop, in a focused manner. For all that, this particular scheme was launched. It was started on 1st July 2015. And how earlier there were various other schemes. Now what they had done is, government, they have amalgamated all those schemes under this one scheme, so that it would be easy for implementation as well. And what are those earlier schemes? Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program, that is AIBP, Integrated Watershed Management of Program, that is IWMP, and On Farm Water Management, OFWM. So they have amalgamated all these to create Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. And what's the funding pattern? It is 60% from the central government and 40% from the state. And for northeast and Himalayan states, the cost share is again little bit different. That is 90:10. 90 from center and 10 from the state. And for union territories, the entire program is funded, by central government only. So friends, next comes is, which of the following crop is highly salt tolerant crop? And of all the options that were provided there, the correct answer was cotton. And cotton salinity bearing the threshold is, that is measured in electrical conductivity, as we all know, it is 7.7 decisiemens per meter. This is the unit for electrical conductivity. And other than this, generally most of the cereal crops, they exhibit high tolerance to soil salinity. Only exceptions, corn and rice. Others, especially oats and barley, they have they are highly salt tolerant crops. And seeding or early vegetative stage appears to be the most sensitive. Otherwise, with subsequent stages, they show increased tolerance to salinity. And if you want more details about this, what the salt tolerance of various crops and the threshold levels, that is the electrical conductivity levels, you can visit this FAO.org organization. There they have compiled a complete list of crops with all the threshold levels, and this is the link to that. So friends, next comes is, in which year the power tiller was introduced in India? See, in the year 1963 this was introduced to India. And what exactly is a power tiller? See, this is a two-wheeled agriculture implement fitted with rotary trillers, and that is fast gaining traction in the Indian agriculture scene for its multi-purposes. See, power tillers can be used for various range of works that are conducted on fields, like plowing the soil, sowing seeds, planting seedlings, adding fertilizers, spraying fertilizers, herbicides, water, pumping water, harvesting crops, threshing crops, and transporting crops, and numerous uses of a power tiller, in addition to tilling the soil. So this is the reason this is gaining more traction. Next comes is, papaya was introduced in India in which century? This papaya fruit was introduced in India in 16th century, and this is generally native to tropical region of America, most likely Mexico and parts of Central America. So earlier there was no Mexico, no, the entire, that was one. So sometimes they say that few origin, it might be America or Mexico. So here it's the same condition. And papaya came to India by way of the Caribbean and then from Malaysia around 1550, that is 16th century. So friends, here comes the next question. The growing of crops along with perennial crops is called as, this is called as alley cropping. And alley cropping is nothing but, planting trees, the perennial trees at wide spacing. The space is wide, and this space can be utilized by growing some companion crop like legumes or cereals, whatever that can be grown, that can be grown here. This will not only increase the farm income, but sometimes this will increase moisture retention capacity of the soil, along with, if leguminous crops are grown, then addition of nitrogenous fertilizers will also be reduced, because they themselves add nitrogenous fertilizers to the soil. Friends, here comes the next question. In which form of tillage no plant is left undisturbed, or the plants are left undisturbed? This is called as clean tillage, and here this is practiced to control weeds, soil-borne pests and diseases. So friends, here comes the next question. According to report 2010, in the year 2010 a report was released. Based on that, which of the following states is having the highest salt degraded land? And as per that report, the answer was Gujarat. Gujarat has the highest salt degraded land, as you can see here. Salinity 13.48% of the total area is saline, that is highest salt degraded land. Here comes the next question. What is the optimum level of relative humidity, that is the humidity for crop production? And here, as per the various components of crop production, relative humidity is one of that, and the optimum level of relative humidity required for good crop production is 40 to 60%. And relative humidity is nothing but it's the amount of water vapor that is present in air, expressed as percentage of the amount needed for saturation at the same temperature. So this is always exhibited in percentage, the amount of water vapor present in air. So friends, here comes the next question. According to National Forest Policy 1988, how much area should be covered by forest in a particular place? It should be 33%. And after that, ISFR report, it is released biannually, and in 2019 it was released. And as per that, the total forest and tree cover of the country is 80.73 million hectares, which is 24.56% of the total geographical area of our country. That is, which is still less. And the area wise, Madhya Pradesh has the largest forest cover in the country, followed by Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Maharashtra. In terms of percentage wise forest cover of the total geographical area, then Mizoram stands first with 85% of the total state that is covered under forest. Next comes Arunachal Pradesh with 79%. Next Meghalaya 76+%, Manipur 75, and Nagaland. So all the northeastern states, they are the average, the 33% that is required for that area to be covered in with forest, but they are more than that, even double than that. So friends, next comes is the first Rinder pest vaccine is developed by. See, Rinder pest is disease that occurs in goats, and for that the vaccine was released by IVRA, Indian Veterinary Research Institute, and this was live attenuated vaccine in the form of goat tissue virus for Rinder pest. It was done in 1927. This is also called as cattle plague, and not only goats, it can cause infections in cattle, buffalo, goat as well as sheep. And the symptoms include fever, wounds in the mouth, diarrhea, discharge from the nose and eyes, and sometimes it can lead to death also in severe cases. Friends, next comes is Ranikhet disease vaccine is developed by. This is also called as Newcastle disease, which is very common in poultry, and for this the vaccine was developed again by IVRA, that is Indian Veterinary Research Institute, in 1940. And it is quite safe to 1.7 days old tender chicks, including layers, to be given this vaccine. And this confers good immunity lasting for about 6 weeks, and this is generally given by mixing that in cold drinking water for mass vaccination to provide booster immunity as well. And the symptoms include respiratory distress such as gasping beak, coughing, sneezing, gurgling, rattling. Sometimes even nervous signs can also be seen, like tremors, paralysis, twisting of the neck, watery feces that are yellowish green in color, depression, lack of appetite. These are all the various symptoms, and this can also lead to death, and it is one of the devastating diseases in poultry industry. What is the pH of alkaline soil? And the correct answer here is more than 8.5. And alkali or alkaline soils are clayey soils with a high pH that is greater than 8.5, and it has a poor soil structure and low infiltration capacity. ESP of alkali soils is more than 15, and electrical conductivity of alkali soils is less than 4 decisiemens per meter. This ESP is exchangeable sodium percentage. So friends, here comes the next question, which says what is the electrical conductivity of saline alkaline soils? See, based on the type of salinity that is present, the amount of the pH, saline soils can be saline soils, alkaline soils, saline alkaline soils, of which the electrical conductivity of saline alkaline soils is more than 4 decisiemens per meter, and pH of saline alkaline soils is less than 8.5. ESP, that is exchangeable sodium percentage of saline alkaline soils, is more than 15, and the electrical conductivity of saline alkaline soils is more than 4 decisiemens per meter. So friends, next comes is which of the following plows has the lowest width? That is the blade with which the ploughing is done. It is based on the width, and as per the options provided, disc plough has the lowest width among the ploughs, and disc plough has a particular width of cut ranging from 18 to 25 centimeters depending on the diameter of the blade that is being used. So friends, here comes the next question, which says how much lime is required for aquaculture so that the pH can be maintained between 5.1 to 6.5, which is ideal for fish culture. And here the correct answer is 1000 kg lime is required for to maintain that much pH. And as you can see here, this lime is applied in small doses and at frequent intervals to ponds in an attempt to regulate the phytoplankton abundance and pH. Now this phytoplankton, if they are abundant, they will be used, can be used as a feed for the by the fish. And lime increases the pH and calcium concentration, favoring the removal of phosphates from the water. Thereby the raising of the pH also removes the carbon dioxide from the water. Thereby availability of oxygen would be more to the fishes red. And as you can see here, as per the soil pH that needs to be maintained, this is the lime requirement in kg per hectare. So the question here was 5.1 to 6.5 years. So 1000 kg per hectare lime needs to be given to maintain a pH of 5.1 to 6.5. And other pHs also, it's given 4.5 to 5, it's 2000 kg per hectare. For 6.6 to 7.5, 500, 7.6 to 8.5, 200. So as per the type of or the breed of fish that is being reared, the soil pH can also differ. So friends, here comes the next question, which of the following tree wood is used for making plywood? Plywood is generally if made from teak wood, then it is one of the best woods, because it's very durable, it's very strong, it is resistant to termites and rottenness, it is moisture resistant and very aesthetic as well. So friends, here comes the next question, which of the following nutrients play an important role in chlorophyll formation? And this is one straight question and easy one, and the correct answer is magnesium. As you can see here, the central atom of chlorophyll molecule is magnesium, and this is the formula of chlorophyll A. And chlorophyll B, C, D, whatever the types of chlorophylls are there, very minute, very little change would be there, but yes, the central atom of the chlorophyll molecule will be generally magnesium only. And it is a pigment that gives plant the green color, and this is the one that is used for in the process of photosynthesis, that is chlorophyll. And it also aids in the activation of many plant enzymes, magnesium, that is needed for growth, and also it contributes to protein synthesis as well. So magnesium, it's not only important for chlorophyll and photosynthesis but also for other growth of plant. So friends, here comes the next question, which says which of the following is the highest phosphorus consuming crops, and of all the options provided, the correct answer is groundnut. And as you can see here, oilseed crops, they account for 16.1% of the total consumption of phosphorus, that is P2O5, with oil palm representing 1.9%, soybean 9.7%, and other annual oilseeds 4.5%, whereas fiber crops, sugar crops, and root crops and tuber crops, they contribute to only 3.8%, 3.6%, and 2.5% of global phosphorus fertilizer consumption respectively. So as per the options provided, groundnut, which is an annual oilseed crop, that consume more of phosphorus. So the next question, the first calving of Murrah buffalo is at the age of, this is on average it's been given, and the correct answer is 40 to 42 months. And as you can see here, it's a breed of water buffalo, that is Bubalis bubalis, generally maintained for milk production, and it originates from Punjab and Haryana states of India. And the age at first calving is 45 to 50 months in villages, but in good herd it is 36 to 40. So on an average it comes out to 40 to 42 months. And these are jet black in color with white markings on the face or legs, and they typically have short and tightly curved horns, and their average milk production is somewhere around 2200 liters per lactation period, which is of 310 days. Friends, next comes is which of the following is the ontogenic biennial crop, that is as per the ontogeny or as per the life cycle, it is a biennial crop, and the correct answer is sugar beet. Though it is a biennial crop, generally this is cultivated as annual, but ontogenically, that is as per the life cycle, it is biennial crop. See, sugar beet, what it does in the first year, it stores the food and everything in its root, but in the second year it will again utilize the same food, and it will gives, it produces seeds. So that is the reason, before entering into the sexual phase of life, so the farmer, he harvests the crop in by the end of the first year itself. So that's the reason it is cultivated as annual crop, but ontogenically if you see, it is a biennial crop because it can complete its life cycle in 2 years. So friends, here comes the next question, how much power is required for power sprayer? And the correct answer is they can take up to 3 horsepower, that is the requirement for power sprayer to be operated. Actually what they do is, the pressure pump is operated by a small power unit which ensures a constant steady pressure, and they are operated at a pressure of 20 to 55 kg per centimeter square. And these machines, generally they are portable type, wherein the machine can be portable, and the engine, which is generally an internal combustion engine, that can be the power can be provided with the help of that, and there it takes 3 horsepower. So friends, here comes the next question, which of the following implements require minimum draft per unit width? Here the correct answer is planter. And see, the force required to pull a tillage tool through the soil, it is called as draft, and the draft force is located at the point where the tool is attached to the power unit called the hitch. So here the draft required per unit width is very much less for planter. Otherwise for chisel plow it is highest 4.5 to 5.5, blade plow it is 4 to 4.5, disc plow it is 5 to 6 highest, scarifier 4 to 4.5, cultivator 3 to 3.5, and lowest is for planter, that is 2.5 to 3.5, which requires planter, it only requires no the pressure that is not required to go through that soil, so it is less. So friends, here comes the next question. Which of the following is a not feature of a four-stroke engine? So of all the options provided, fuel is not fully consumed. This is not a feature of four-stroke engine which runs on four strokes. One is suction stroke, compression stroke, power stroke and exhaust stroke, as you can see here. And this generally the cycle is completed in two revolution of crankshaft to transform the linear motion of the piston into rotational motion, thereby the power can be transferred, and this is called as four stroke cycle engine. And the four events are completed in four strokes of the piston, that is two revolutions of the crankshaft, hence this is called as four stroke engine. So friends, next comes is how much area is covered under shrimp cultivation, and the correct answer is 1.6 lakh hectares. Very recently, as per an article that is given by some author, that by the government of India itself, this is what that was mentioned in that, with approximately 8 plus metric tons of production now for the year 2020. Prior to this COVID situation, they were expecting some 9 plus metric tons of productivity of production of shrimp, but now they are expecting a little 20% less than this 8 metric tons. So friends, here comes the next question, which says how much weight gain can be observed in early age of calf if it is well fed, and the answer is 0.4 to 0.5 kg. This is what the weight gain can be observed. See, at 15 days the young calf starts nibbling some grass about half kg per day, which can be increased to 5 kg at 3 months. And instead of green fodder, 1 to 2 kg of good quality of hay can also be given to calf during this period, and that beginning with 0.5 kg at 15 days, same as green grass, which can be increased to 1.5 kg at 3 months, whereas the green grass, it can be increased to 5 kg at 3 months, and on an average, you know zero point 0.4 to 0.5, you can say 0.3 to 0.4 kg, zero point 0.3 to 0.5 kg per day can be increase, the weight increase in calf can be observed if it is well fed. So friends, here comes the next question. For cultivating of land that is 40 hectares for monocropping, a single crop, which tractor is preferred? Here the correct answer is a 25 horsepower tractor would be preferred. And for land holding for single cropping pattern, 20 to 25 is suitable for a 40 hectare farm. And for multi cropping or more than one cropping is taken, then for that the same amount, this 30 to 35 HP tractor is suitable for same amount of land, that is 40 hectare per land, because the operations will also differ, so based on that the power required would be more. So friends, here comes the next question. The period of heat in cow is, it is approximately the estrus period or the heat period during which the cow is in a position to accept the male sperma, that is 18 hours. That is length of estrus, as you can see here. For cow it is 18 hours, for eve, that is goat, 29 hours, for sow, that is pig or swine, 48 to 72 hours, and for mare in horses it is for 4 to 8 days. And these are the length of pregnancy, and this is the ovulation time when it happens, the time ovule is released or the ova is released or the egg. So friends, here comes the next question. Which of the following boats is used for sailing or fishing in Mahanadi, that is Chilka Lake? And there various types of boats like Bahani, Juno, Diyan, Utapani. See friends, as per various rivers or streams or states, there are various types of boats that are used for fishing. This also we have covered as part of our fisheries course, the fishing, the type of nets or the type of fishing gear that can be used for fishing in various rivers and various states as well. So friends, here comes the next question. ESP, that is exchangeable sodium percentage of saline alkaline soils, is it's more than 15. So friends, next comes is how much floor space is required for broiler poultry, and the correct answer is 1 square feet. As you can see here, the floor space for broiler poultry is 450 centimeters square for till 18 days. After 18 days, that is till 42 days, or till the time they go for market, that is marketable age, it is 1000 centimeters square, that is approximately 1 to 1.1 square feet. So friends, next comes is pH required. The soil pH required for banana cultivation is, it is approximately 6.5 to 7.5, and they require deep, rich, loamy soils with 6.5 to 7.5 pH. And also along with that, the soil should have good drainage, adequate fertility and moisture. Obviously they require fertile soils, and good drainage should always be there for almost all the crops. Only those who are tolerant, for them it can skip. Saline, solid, calcareous soils are not at all suitable for banana cultivation. So friends, next is pH required for guava cultivation is 4.5 to 8.2, range, good range of soil pH it can tolerate, and it needs heavy clay to very light sandy soils. Soils also the same thing. Good quality guavas are produced in river basins because of the type of fertility it possesses, and the crop is sensitive to water logging. This needs to be taken care of. So friend, next comes is how much floor space is required for pregnant cow. It is 12 meters square or 12 square meters. As you can see here, down cover is ready to give birth to young ones, cows, and this it requires 12 meter square, and maximum number of animals per pen should be only 1. Otherwise, for cows 3.5 covered area, 3.5 meter square is sufficient, and for open area it's 7 meter square would be sufficient. Otherwise, and there per pen maximum number of animals that can be kept is 50, but down calves or the pregnant cows it is 12 meter square area that it require, either in covered area or open area. So friends, here comes the next question. Which of the following fishes is having the highest percentage of protein? And the correct answer is tuna, and this is as per the options provided. Obviously, otherwise also tuna has the highest amount of protein, that is for 100 grams of tuna the protein content is approximately 30 grams. So friends, next comes is the method in which cutting all the branches of plant is carried out, and this process is called as lopping, which is generally observed in beedi industry, where the Diospyrosa temburni trees, they are cut, all the leaves they are cut out so that it develops new shoots, and this is also carried out for fuel and fodder purposes in broad-leaved species. So friends, next question is which of the following nutrients play an important role in the formation of chlorophyll? Obviously, we have already discussed this in another form, and the correct answer is magnesium. Next is which of the following poultry birds gain maximum weight in 5th week of its rearing period? And here this is the indigenous bird Asil. It gains maximum weight in 5th week, and it is one of the breeds of poultry, indigenous breeds of poultry that is reared exclusively for meat, and these are also famous for their fighting skills. Next is in banana, which of the following fertilizers is given in largest amount through fertigation? And the correct answer is potash. It's approximately 375 grams, as you can see here. Weeks after planting, this is up to 9 to 18 weeks. MOP given is 8, that is muriate of potash. 19 to 30 weeks 10, or 80 grams per plant, 120 grams per plant, and this is the highest amount of approximately 375 grams per plant is given as part of fertigation. Fertigation is nothing but providing the fertilizers through that drip irrigation. So friends, next comes is the number of batches for broiler per year is. It is approximately 5 to 6 batches can be taken for broiler. See, the hatching interval is 1.4, and they reach the marketable age at the age of almost 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. And so based on that, approximately 5 to 6 batches of broilers per year can be taken by the broiler farmer. Rearing time is approximately 42 to 54 days, which depends upon the body weight and age of the chicken and the type of breed that is that is taken up by the farmer. So friends, next comes is which of the following crops had the highest production in India in 2015-16? During that time it was rice, and now also it's rice as per the latest data. Total production of rice during 2019-20 is estimated at a record of 117.47 million tons. And rice production during 2015-16 it was at 104.32, 104.32, and then that is million tons, and now it has increased to 117.47 million tons. Again the question during the time it was asked as which of the following crop had the highest area in India under cultivation, and the correct answer was rice. As you can see here, rice, the area, highest area is 433.88 lakh hectares. So it is 2015-16, and as per the latest data also, rice is the one that has the highest area under cultivation. So friends, next comes is pH required for grape cultivation is. Here the correct answer is 5.5 to 6.5, and as you can see here, it is considered the optimum for grapes, and generally it has a better nutrient balance for plant growth than soils that are more acidic or alkaline. So this is the best suited pH, especially for grape cultivation. But even that more or less, again this will decrease the yields as well as create various problems in vine cultivation. So friends, next comes is which of the following nutrients deficiency causes leaf unfolding, where in top leaves they overlap and later on it converts into black gelatinous material. This generally happens in maize and these kind of symptoms, and the nutrient deficiency is calcium. As you can see, these are the symptoms. The leaf unfolding of top young leaves can be seen. Overlapping of the leaves can also be observed. This is not maize plant, but as the symptoms, they are visible properly here. That's the reason the photograph has been taken. This one, they generally, this gelatinous material covering all these are generally noticed in maize plant. Otherwise, other symptoms, they are similar for all the plants. So friends, next comes is about fish feed, and here the question is what is the percentage of bran, that is rice bran or wheat bran, that can be used in fish feed stuff. And here the correct answer is approximately 32%, but it can in few cases this can even go up to 45% also. So friends, here comes the next question. Which of the following is a perennial crop on the basis of ontogeny? See, earlier we have done sugar beet, that is a biennial crop based on ontogeny. Here, based on ontogeny, as per the options provided, the correct answer is coconut, which is a perennial crop that they can complete their life cycle in more than 2 years. That is, once they grow, they start to bear flowers, produce fruit, seeds, and cycle continues for a longer time. Hence, they are called as perennials. Once sown, they can be harvested for n number of years. So friends, next question. How much is the rate of interest for farmers who has taken the loan of 3 lakhs if the farmer has paid the loan on time? See, generally it is 7% interest, but if the farmer pays the loan on time, the interest subvention of 3% can be provided, thereby the final interest rate for that particular farmer who is paying the loan on time would be 4% only. See, as you can see here, interest subvention of 3% would be given, but generally it's 7% per annum. So finally the interest rate for timely payment is 4%. So friends, next comes is an uniform premium rate for Kharif crops under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is, it is 2%. For Kharif it is 2%, for Rabi it's 1.5%, and 5% for it is a percent of sum assured for annual commercial as well as horticulture crops. So thank you very much friends for watching this video, and if you have any queries, please write to us at hello@edutap.co.in, and if you have any queries you can even reach us at the number given here. Thank you very much.